Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is a lesson under English CEFR Year 5, Unit 3, Wildlife. Our focus for today will be questions with how. Before we proceed, let's look at the lesson objective. By the end of this lesson, pupils should be able to talk about questions with how. Success criteria. 1. I can complete the questions with the correct adjectives. 2. I can match the questions to the correct answers. 3. I can order the words to make complete questions. 4. I can choose the correct answer to the questions. It seems like there are many success criteria, but don't worry, the exercises will be an easy one for you. In our previous lesson, we learned about can and can't. We use can and can't to talk about ability and also to ask or show permission. When we want to ask questions about abilities, okay, before this we learn how to use can or can't to show abilities, but this time we will be asking questions about abilities. If you look at the word how is defined as bagaimana. But when you combine the word how with an adjective, the meaning is changed. The combination of how and also an adjective is used to ask questions about abilities. Look at the questions shown. How far? How far? How long? How long? How tall? How tall? How heavy? How heavy? How fast? How fast? How many? How many? How much? How much? So we have seen few questions earlier, and how can we ask the questions when we combine the word how and also an adjective? For example, how far, what it is used for. How far is used to ask for distance, untuk tanya jarak. When you want to ask the distance, for example, how far is Eskishas from Sogo? Next, how long, to ask for length. For example, how long is a snake? How tall? To ask for height. How tall are you? How heavy? To ask for weight. How heavy are you? How fast? To ask for speed. Kelajuan. How fast can you walk? How fast can you run? How fast can you hide? How many? To ask for quantity. How much? To ask for amount. For how many and how much, the differences between how many and also how much is for how many you can count the answer. For example, how many students are there in the classroom? So awak boleh kira berapa orang yang ada dalam kelas. But for how much, usually we ask for something that we cannot count. For example, how much is the price? Harga. Kita tahu, kita boleh kira. Adakah satu harga? One price, two price? No. It is uncountable. So, selalunya lebih kepada jumlah. How many? Ask about quantity yang boleh dikira. How much? To ask about quantity, amount, okay, quantity, but for uncountable. Okay, look at the examples of questions with how. How far can an eagle see? Seberapa jauh burung helang boleh melihat? How big can a gorilla grow? Seberapa besar gorila boleh membesar? Okay. And how to answer the questions. So we can use these words when we answer the questions with how plus an adjective. Okay. Usually when you ask questions, sometimes we are not sure or there is not an exact amount. Okay. Bila kita jawapan dia ada pelbagai, kita selalunya agak-agak estimating. Okay. Kita cuba agak-agak. So you can use these three words, okay, in the key phrases: between, around, and about. So let's see the example of sentences. A new baby is usually between 2.5 and 4.5 kilos. Between, di antara. Why we use the word between? Because a new baby, semua baby bukannya lahir dalam berat yang sama. Okay, berat berbeza-beza. Some is around 2.5 kilos, some are slightly heavy, 4 kilos. Bukan semua lahir keluar satu berat yang sama. For example, semua baby kalau lahir memang 3 kilo. Tak ada jumlah lain. Okay, but because there is no exact answer, okay, tak ada satu jawapan yang tetap, so we can use between, di antara. Okay, so another example, okay, that we can use, the height of students of 5 Topaz is between berapa? Okay, jumlah, sebab bukan semua orang ada ketinggian yang sama. Okay, next, around. Gorillas can grow around 250 kilos. So gorila boleh membesar sehingga 250 kilo. Sehingga maksudnya ada yang bawah 250 kilo. Mungkin juga boleh jadi ada yang atas tapi bukanlah mesti jumlah tu. Okay. Next, about camels can survive about 6 months without water. Okay. Unta boleh hidup tanpa air lebih kurang 6 bulan. About. Tapi kalau kita buang about tu, ayat tu salah ke? Tak, masih betul. Cuma jawapan yang lebih tepat sebab bukannya 6 bulan je. Okay. So, jawapan ni, these key phrases are used when you are estimating, in estimating. Nah, kita agak-agak dulu. Sebab tak ada satu jawapan yang tetap. Okay, understood? So, for the exercises that you will do later, okay, so before you do the exercises, let's take a look at the success criteria. Okay, so for the success criteria, look at success criteria 1. Okay, I can complete the questions with the correct adjective. Okay, for this one, later you will drop down menu and choose. Okay, choose the correct adjective to form a complete question. Okay, untuk bentuk soalan yang lengkap dalam ruangan kosong tu, awak pilih jawapan yang betul. Okay, success criteria number 2. I can match the questions to the correct answers. You have the questions and you have the answers. Okay, you just have to match, padankan. Okay, success criteria number 3. I can order the words to make complete questions. You have the words, okay, and you have to arrange to form a complete question. Susun untuk bentuk satu soalan, untuk bentuk soalan yang betul. Sebab susunan dia bukan dalam susunan yang betul. So you drag and drop to form, okay, or to make complete questions. The last one, I can choose the correct answer to the questions. The answers are already given. You just choose which one do you think is the correct answer. So, those are your exercises for today. So, we have reached the end of our lesson. And that's all for today. I will see you in our next lesson. Bye.